Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Every once in a while when I see these stories, it always blows me away how women will say, I left my husband, walked out on him, left him for, a coworker, some guy I've been having a relationship with, whatever. And we use that as kind of a reference of, hey, guys, it can happen to you no matter how long you've been married, no matter how good you think things are. Well, imagine if she left you for pretty much a stranger. Not only that, but while you were out with her, she met this guy and decides, that's it, I'm leaving my husband of 14 years to chase after this guy, and he doesn't even really know me. We flirted for 5 seconds. Now, this is what I talk about when I say chasing the butterflies, doing what feels good in the moment, and not looking at the long-term outcomes of this stuff. And then all of a sudden it's like, why am I 51 and single and nobody wants me, even though I had a good family and I left them? So we'll jump right into it here. If I can find the story here. Woman ends 14-year marriage for soulmate, only to be rejected by him, and Twitter is mortified. Now, when I first saw this headline, I kind of said, all right, well, maybe he, was cheating. Maybe she was cheating on her husband with him for a few months, and, things were going along good. And then when she finally said, hey, let's make this official or serious, he's like, oh, no, I didn't. Nope, not even that. What happened? She left her husband for a stranger. And the reason Twitter is mortified is because she's so stupid. That's literally why they're mortified. How could anybody be so stupid? Laura Bassett says, laughed out loud when I got to the title of the book. So a month after running into her soulmate, quote unquote, at a conference, a woman decided to end her 14-year marriage to her husband. Unfortunately for her, it didn't pan out the way she had hoped. The Sydney Morning Herald, and yes, I have that story, I'll read from it, featured an excerpt from Amanda Trenfield's memoir entitled the article, Less Than a Month After I Met My Soulmate, I Ended My 14-Year Marriage. Despite the spoiler alert headline, there was a plot twist readers would never see coming were it not for the publication's convenient withholding of the book's title until the end of the article. Someone says right here, Ellen Hardy says, I do a lot of very stupid, and this is a Twitter post for those of you just listening, a Twitter response to it. I do a lot of very stupid things, but I can assure you that if I ever do anything this stupid, no one will ever find out about it, and definitely not in a newspaper. Someone else says, extract from When a Soulmate Says No. Fucking brutal. Trenfield recounted attending a 3-day conference with her husband at which she immediately locked eyes with Jason, a man she had met 12 years ago. I hadn't forgotten, she wrote. Now, can you imagine how, let me just pause here for a second. How bad is it that, can you imagine a woman that says, and she's your wife, remember, and you've been married 14 years, and she says 12 years ago, I locked eyes with this man, and I hadn't forgotten since. Not only is that horrible for like the husband, like when he hears this, but how bad, she should not have gotten married, and she certainly shouldn't have been with this guy if she can't. I mean, first 2 years into her marriage. That's why I say marriages don't work. First 2 years into the marriage, and she already had eyes for another man. She said if he made enough impression on her then, their encounter this time around would empower her to make a life-changing decision. She said, as I settled into my seat, I looked up and immediately lost my breath. Gee, I wondered, is he successful or is he tall, dark, and handsome? We know it's visuals. She said of the moment she saw Jason, when our eyes met, there was an instant familiarity that ran deeper than water cooler chat. Yeah, she got it bad. She and Jason continued interacting through the evening, and every time their eyes connected from across the room, her body was energized. Yeah, I bet it was quite moist. It was evident to her that the intense chemistry between them was palpable. She said the electricity between us was strong and raw. It traveled to my core. Now, remember, this is all from seeing this guy. It's simple lust. It's simple desire. But she said it was so intense I needed to break eye contact. We, the energy, it was electric. My body was completely charged. I was completely, quote, on. She even stayed out late at the bar with him, which was uncharacteristic of her early to bed, early to rise tendencies. Let me just say this too as well. Guys, if you're into a girl and she ever tells you, I can't come over, I can't go on our date because I'm washing my hair, or I don't know, I'm babysitting my friend, she's not into you. That is her nice way of letting you down. These women, if they are warm to the form and are I don't know, raring to go, she will crawl through broken glass and ruin a marriage to try to be with you. Just remember that. Always remember that. She said she just knew with every fiber of her being that they were destined to be together. Now I know without hesitation, without question, without any doubt in my mind, my body, or my heart, that the energy we experienced that evening was our souls connecting. And you know what? If you'd asked him, like, so can you tell me about this connection you had with her? And he's like, I was staring at her because her shirt was really cut low and her boobs kind of looked nice. Like, that's as much as the connection the guy had. She said she'd returned home and a changed woman after interaction with Jason, said she couldn't fathom how to resume a normal life as a mother and wife with a full-time career in finances. So this dude apparently was so good looking and so hot. She said, after seeing him, she said, he must be mine. Also, I can't see how I can be a mom or a wife or do full-time career anymore. I must drop everything in my world to be with this man. However, when she came to realize was the successful, comfortable, and somewhat predictable life I had spent 20 years in building was now of no consequence. I simply didn't care. Just like that, with a snap of a finger, seeing this guy, she decides, I'm going to throw everything away, my kids, my husband, my career, because I want to be with him. And you know something, this is becoming more and more popular. Why? Because women are living, women and men, like the younger generation is living in the moment. But we do know that women are much more emotional than men are, and women will decide things on emotion. Within one emotion, one night, one, sploosh of excitement, she's ditching everything for this guy. And he didn't even really know her. She said, however, what she came to realize, read that, she said, I just met my soulmate. What possibly could be more important than that? Less than a month after seeing Jason and having had no communication with him, she decided to end her 14-year marriage to her husband, which readers knew was coming based on the publication's headline. Readers flipped out when they reached the end of the article and discovered the title for Trensfield memoir was an embarrassing plot twist for the ages. Her book is called When a Soulmate Says No. Apparently, her feelings for Jason were not mutual. And, of course, Twitter was in hysterics over the unhappy ending. She didn't sleep with him. She didn't date him. She didn't really talk to him. And she dropped everything because she thought this was the right thing to do. And, again, maybe it's good for this husband unless she took him and ran him through divorce court and took half his money. But can you imagine wanting to date, wanting to be in a relationship today when a woman could just go, I'm out because I saw a hot guy out the other night while we were together. Venom Rock says she's calling him her soulmate, and they're not even together. He's probably found some other bint's marriage to ruin in the meantime. When a soulmate says no, my sides are ascending. And let's see if they have any other good inputs here. She left a marriage that found her soulmate and eventually wrote a book, When a Soulmate Says No. The book is called When a Soulmate Says No, LMAO. She ruined her life for nothing, one of the biggest L's we've ever seen. And that's just the thing, right? I think go on a little bit more about it, but that's just the thing. They say that men should be providers and men should be strong family members and men. But if a man runs off with a 23-year-old woman that was, I don't know, the babysitter or a nanny or a housekeeper or something, he gets all the shit in the world. But when a woman literally sees a guy out while she's out with her husband, and maybe they do have a little bit of a moment or something of flirting, she decides he's her soulmate. And we know this happens the same thing in the dating apps. The same women will find the same guys that are hot on the dating apps. They all want to date them, all thinking that they're going to get Mr. Perfect. And the guy just hits it and quits it, or in this case, doesn't even know her. Guys, if you appreciate my work, go back, check out my older videos. Would really appreciate that. You can join us over on betterbachelor.local.com. There's like 50,000 people over there on the forums, free speech forums, dating profiles of the day I now do over there. And I'm the only moderator, so we have lots of different topics we can talk about, and you can become a supporter today for $5 a month, and I would appreciate it.